Hey everybody!
What's going on?
Welcome to the Moron Bros Show.
Here at RealPunkRadio.com, I'm Keegan.
I'm CJ.
And joining us today, our guest.
Guest?
Not on camera?
No.
Is he in camera?
No,
He's not on camera.
Yeah, we don't put our guests on camera.
Yeah, we like to keep anonymity. There you go, you got a hand in there.
Yeah,
Ooh, I got a hand in there.
You can check out our video portion on YouTube.
I'm Flash.
At Moronic Mornings. Oh yeah, it's Flash.
Hey guys.
Flash is here.
Honestly, yeah, currently I think YouTube is the most up-to-date you're going to catch episodes on right now.
Yeah, I think we haven't really put anything out on the Real Punk
I still need
Radio
to figure out our
feed.
server stuff. I do plan on just building us our own server.
Oh yeah.
But you've been in Cali for the last week or so. We didn't have an episode last week for that reason.
Yeah.
I had them all to myself in the back of a van.
Yeah, we did.
Motherfucker steals the covers.
I do. I'm a cocooner.
He all warm and in the corner, happy.
We did a podcast pilgrimage, I would say.
Yeah. We made the stops. The two most important out there, I think.
Yeah. Harmontown was...
I was going to say, I mean, just give us some pretext as to what it was you were doing in L.A.
Well, the main goal was Harmontown. Harmontown's coming to
That's what
an
started
end.
the trip.
Yeah.
If you've heard any of the podcast corners here on the Moron Bros, you've definitely heard us talk about Harmontown. And you definitely heard us talk about the Todd Glass show. I think I'm constantly pushing the Todd Glass show here.
Go listen to it. It's good.
We did Harmontown. None of the people that we wanted to be there were there.
Actually, everyone we wanted to be there was absent.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That
Schraub was
sucks.
not there.
No Schraub. No Jeff Davis.
So you didn't do, like, the meet and greet afterwards, then?
Well, they don't really do, like, a meeting. I mean, like, we hung out in the alley
We
and
definitely
smoked
found
joints.
where they were. We heard them, and we were close, but
Yeah.
they never came out.
Oh, okay.
And his guest came out front.
Yeah, but
I forget what that
it
guy's
was one
name
of his
was.
friends.
But then you're completely burying the lead here because you also got to be very exclusive guests.
Well, that was the fun thing about Harmontown is, like, we're sitting there enjoying this awesome experience because Dan had been drinking since 10 a.m. He was in full toddler mode.
He was on our level.
Yeah. And we're sitting there with all these people in this fucking sold-out little theater, and I was like, tomorrow we get to do Todd, which is going to be just as good as this, except we have to share it with no one.
Yeah.
The only two watching.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Did they talk about you at all on the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just mentioned we were there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Todd mentioned us a couple times. He did the Mike song.
Yeah. My ringtone.
Nice.
And then they did a CJ one, which I need to rip to
Nice.
make my ringtone.
Hell yeah. When does that episode come out? Or is
It is
already
out. It is out.
It's out?
It's the Jen Kirkman episode.
Hell yeah. You guys got to meet Jen Kirkman? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
CJ got to play the tambourine.
We
I had a
were
wood
on
block.
both Jen Kirkman and Todd Glass's Instagram.
Oh, yeah. They insta-lived it.
No shit.
They did.
That's so crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did tambourine / did woodblock. Totally forgot I wanted to pick up a musical triangle before we went there. Todd ate a lot of pot chocolate with us.
You could kind of tell his handlers were like, fuck.
Yeah, like
Todd's
he's
into
getting
the
into
pot.
it early.
Yeah. And we got
That's
to do
fucking
that
awesome.
to him.
I was inspired here on the morning show by just the wonderful openness to smoke marijuanas.
That they
So
have
many
there.
delicious smells. Just
So
walk
the,
in.
the best we could do here in Indiana are some of these CBD nugs.
Nugs.
We got a joint rolled up. We're gonna try CBD here on the Moron Bros show and let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Relieve some
All
pain
right.
and anxiety.
yeah.
I'm dubious. I don't think it works.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, it definitely works for, like, tummy pains.
Oh, yeah. If there's something fucked up, it will address it.
We'll find out. Here on the Moron Bros show here at RealPunkRadio.com. So, yeah, what do we got coming up on today's episode? Because we've been talking about
What
it.
do we got? Well,
We've been
half
saying-
of my list of things to talk about we just talked about. We covered pretty quickly. Yeah, the Todd Glass show was great. Harmontown was good. Thank God Dan was as drunk as he was because... Brandon's awesome. He's a great comptroller.
Jeff just has different energy.
Yeah.
He gets into
And
the weird
we've
areas.
gotten Brandon before.
Yeah.
Sadly, we've gotten Dino before. We went to
Yeah.
the writer's room before the show. Dan's little hole-in-the-wall dive bar that he likes to go to. And Dino was there. Briefly, yeah. So I was kind of worried that Dino was going to be the controller.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to like kind of recap your trip all in a like as a whole, or?
Well, we showed up, got stoned.
Yeah, I mean that was like the basis of the trip was
Weed tours.
legal marijuana.
Marijuana tourism, man.
It's pretty amazing.
They just sell it to you.
But here's the thing, right? Is like if you were to make pot completely legal, you would nullify marijuana tourism, right? Like it would just become a thing.
I think,
which I think is
tourism gets
it's fine.
bolstered.
Like we should definitely sacrifice that industry.
Yeah, the tourism
for the
is
betterment of our fucking society.
I mean, it would change the industry, but I think it would make just as much money. People just wouldn't have people would have more money to spend on weed because they don't have to travel.
And those
all the
dealers
travel
can have, like,
expenses
real
and
jobs,
shit, you know?
And not be
well, and
worried.
then if you want to generate marijuana tourism, you actually have to like offer something.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean.
You gotta
like,
have the cannabis cup
like
or something.
Tyson's
like that
fucking ranch or whatever that he's opening there.
I
where
want to
it's-
go to that.
Yeah, it's like a whole like 3-day retreat sort of deal.
Is that like one of them haunted houses where you sign the waiver that they can attack you?
No, but dude,
Oh, like when Ted Nugent had those people on that TV show and
Bro,
he just terrorized them?
I didn't know about that, but it's one of them things where like, no, I totally believe that's real.
No, it's a real thing. He's just like, it's like a game show where people have to like,
He was doing it anyway. They
Yeah,
just
people
brought
have to
cameras.
live.
They just brought
Yeah.
cameras. This is just what he does at his ranch in Texas.
there's literally an episode where he just goes around on a horse in a field shooting people with paintball guns.
Dude, how has that not had 9
For like,
seasons?
dude, for like
I would watch
for
just
$1,500, you could go hunting with Ted Nugent in Michigan.
Wait, for how much?
Like $1,500.
$1,500?
Pretty
No way.
affordable.
No way.
Yeah, he'll go hunting with you, and then they'll fucking like.
How do you get in touch with his people?
They'll prep it and stuff. Oh, it's like he has a whole ranch, kind of like probably like the Tyson Ranch. You just
Link
gotta
in the
go-
description, YouTube.
Maybe.
How to? Yeah, no,
Yeah,
there's
comment,
not going to be a link.
comment as the link in the
Google it
description. We're not
yourself.
saying that we put the link in the description
yeah,
for you.
comment the
We're
link.
saying you
we'll
put
it
the
in
link
the
for
description.
us,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely, absolutely.
That's how the Moron Bros work.
Thanks.
Oh man, no, I just think like that we fell into a hole talking about or watching YouTube videos. Me and Melissa the other day watching
to
YouTube
every day
videos
of my life. Hannah's not home.
about the haunted houses that make you sign waivers, but like not watching the things that they actually put out. Only watching the reaction videos that the owners put out after someone has pressed charges against them. Those are the fucking funniest things in the world. You've never seen someone get so
Tastes like
defensive
weed.
and be like, oh, you know, like you signed the waiver. Like it's just a dude ranting at a camera. It's hilarious. It really makes me appreciate the aesthetic of like the conservative guy yelling in his truck. Like I get it. Like I get why that's entertaining to some people, but like just what they're yelling about is awful. You
Now,
know?
when you sign that waiver, does that mean you're allowed to punch people too?
No.
See, that's bullshit.
Yeah. It's like okay, so the way that the one I was watching is all set up is like
We need more socialism in our haunted house.
They're making a movie, right? Like they're making a movie of you going through this whole situation, right? And so like they'll fuck with you once or two or three or four times until they get like a good angle
If you get
of
butt,
like the thing they're doing to you.
if you get butt naked, can they still use the footage?
Dude, I wonder. But anyway, it's only going to be released to you, like, and then they'll put it on YouTube or whatever if you allow them to. So there are like successful ones.
Well, one time, my old roommate, I woke up at like 4 a.m. to take a poo-poo, and I'm taking this poo-poo, and he thought it'd be funny to like sneak under. Remember the L couch we had? If you were under the covers, you couldn't even tell someone was laying there. So he snuck under the covers, head where my feet goes. And there's like a coffee table right in between there.
This
So I
tastes
don't-
like shit.
So I don't have a lot of fucking room.
I'm not a huge fan of that.
And he pops out from under the covers, and I thought he was like the ghost or something, and I just started choking him. So if I've learned anything, it's that I have the fight reaction in that situation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it.
Choking's an interesting choice too. You get to watch your attacker go out.
Yeah.
But when you see when they
I
show
don't know
the
why I
videos
thought I
on
could
YouTube,
choke a ghost.
Well, it works.
just grab yourself. Ah, fuck,
Ectoplasm. It's sticky.
dude. I always wondered about that, right? Like, why when you see a ghost, wouldn't you just
That
like
episode of
try to
South Park. There's a
tackle
ghost!
that.
like?
bitch.
Why are ghosts so scary? Right? Like, why are people afraid of ghosts? What's the ghost
People
gonna
are
do?
afraid of death.
Yeah, but like, what's the ghost gonna do? Right? Like, it's not even really there technically, right? Like, if I see a ghost, if I see a ghost ever, mark my words, I'm running straight at it. Right? Like, I'm just
getting
gonna.
all up
From
in
what
that
I-
ghost.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking
From what
charge
I understand,
that ghost.
there are rape ghosts out there. You got to watch out for that
yeah.
ghost.
See, that's what I'm saying though. How do we know there are ghosts at all? Right? Like, until we've charged
Well,
one,
my idea of a
we
ghost.
won't know.
My idea of a ghost is just an extraterrestrial using the energy of
Their
body.
cloaking
Yeah.
mechanism. But then, okay, so there's those ones that'll show up that are like old timey people though, that they're dressed like an old timey
I think the
person.
body leaves an energy. I
So-
think they use that energy as kind of and like signal
But like
upon
it like reoccurringly though, like it'll show up in the same spot over and over.
Nah, it's
Are
the
you
other.
saying that that's like an alien just walking back and forth from?
Nah, it's the other dimensions. They're bleeding through.
They're bleeding through, you
It's
think?
just an alien.
Yeah, we're all
collecting
on
data.
top of each other, and like there's some strong energy going on, an extreme situation, and it bleeds through across universe.
It tastes better than I thought it would taste.
I don't know. All I know is if I ever see a ghost, I'm charging it. I don't think it's real. I don't think ghosts are real. But if
I mean, I've
Universes?
definitely challenged the ghost.
what?
I've definitely challenged the ghost.
Right. Like just
Once
charge
again,
it.
I think they're extraterrestrials.
Mm-hmm. Extraterrestrial. We really think so.
I mean, that's the only.
You heard it here at Moron Bros.
The only
Show
thing
here
in
at realpunkradio.com.
the only thing in my life I've
ghosts are
seen.
aliens.
Yeah. I think they're using energies to observe on situations and collect data.
But how do you make that statement?
How do I make that
don't-
statement? Because the only thing weird that I've seen in person in real life is an alien.
Right, but how does that make them like coincide? Like they could just be two separate weird things.
They could be two separate weird things, but that's what I think it is. Because I think they're collecting a lot of data.
I think we got dropped off here to pull all like the iron and precious metals out, and then they'll just be back to collect.
You think?
Maybe.
Alien. Yeah, here we go.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think that, I don't think it's a reasonable explanation, but I don't think it's any less reasonable than any other explanation.
Right, like it's not any less. It's not like it's more ridiculous than God, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's any weirder than that situation.
Well, yeah, I think ghosts are aliens. You heard it here.
Or aliens,
More
ghosts.
Moronic Mornings here at realpunkradio.com.
Part of Moronic Tuesdays, we're here every single Tuesday except for last Tuesday, and then like 4 or 5 other Tuesdays before that.
Yeah.
Who's counting?
Yeah.
We're here. Last week we recorded our show on
Here's the thing,
on
though.
location of the shores of Hong Kong.
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, because we got our new window to
The world.
behind me.
So
here.
like throughout this episode,
We're
we're
gonna-
gonna think of a ridiculous place, and then we'll.
We'll put it up there.
Yeah.
I think it should be some like haggard ass public restroom.
We should put
Out there.
Helsinki.
should
we
it
should
just
do
be that
Helsinki.
Judge Dredd video
Oh
with chicks
yeah.
titties in the background?
Oh,
Awesome.
dude, just a picture of the 3 titty lady from what the movie is that?
Like Kung Fury?
No, that was you. She had 1 titty.
Super boob?
She had the super boob.
No one ever chooses the super boob.
No one ever chooses the super boob.
Yeah, I can't think of what it is.
What movie was that?
There's a new Kung Fu Fury coming
Was that
out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
her name? Shit, Thunderella. No,
Thunderella.
Barbarella.
That's the one. That's that cartoon with Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the camera.
Oh God, damn it, Flash!
Yeah, that was me.
You ruined it.
Well, now
You
you
guys
gotta
gotta fix it.
You gotta fix it,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
What?
You gotta fix it while I watch it and let you know when you're good.
Yeah, you gotta. Okay, so while he does that, we are going to kind of talk about what we're going to do tonight for the radio show, because we've had to have at least 50 shows, right? Because we're wrapping up the 50 states.
Yeah.
and Canada and Mexico.
I
get a tech
yeah,
credit
we did
now,
a little
don't
bit of
I?
Canada, we did a little bit of Mexico. Yeah, you get a tech credit.
So we've got it. I mean,
I had more extensions, but it starts to freak out when you have more than one extension on it.
So we've done more than a year. We haven't done a year yet, though. Our 1 year is, I think, December 15th or 14th.
Somewhere around there. We probably took like what, maybe 4 or 5 weeks off this year.
But I mean, as far as like 1 year to when we started, I think it's like December. I don't know. We'll look it up.
December, January for sure. Oh yeah, we can just look it up because we've been posting it.
You can look it up too at Real Punk Radio or
Yeah, please comment it down.
moronbros.realpunkradio.com.
Please send us a link to our own.
Yeah, send us a link to our own website. Yeah, find us on Instagram,
At Moron Bros Radio,
on Facebook,
The Moron Bros Show,
and YouTube is Moronic Mornings.
yeah.
You can find us there.
moronbros.realpunkradio.com for most of the backlog. Hopefully we get to keep that with the new server. We're going to have to figure that out. I mean, I think all we really need is a blog. I can still get the links in there, right? So
That's all you, homie.
I'll figure it out. I figured out that green screen. We were talking about that.
Yeah. We're going to do...
I figured that one out pretty quick. I was impressed with myself.
We're going to be doing our number 1 NoFX album
Yeah?
today as well. And in the radio show, we will be finishing Do America with our Montana picks.
We gotta
Did we find Montana mugshots?
Montana they put like the mugshot information up, but without the photo. That's how they play. We will be in Lake County, Indiana, for Guess the Crimey this week.
Like you do?
This isn't that bad.
My pain is melting away.
Not a fan.
Maybe we just gotta smoke more, you know.
We'll find out.
You guys talk about podcasts on your podcast, right?
We sometimes do.
We call it podcast.
We do
corner.
Podcast Corner.
All right. Well, I was listening to Tell 'em Steve Dave the other day, and Brian Quinn of the Impractical Jokers was talking about being in France, and he took in some kind of like burlesque show.
Okay.
He said this man bent over, presented his ass. Well, first of all, he was a doctor. There was a nurse and a patient.
Okay.
He reaches...
like as part of the burlesque show,
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
like people of the
No.
profession at the burlesque
No.
show? Okay.
It's like the theme.
Okay.
That's the show they're putting it
So I
on.
It was the
definitely pictured
tableau.
like
It was the tableau they were making.
I pictured like a doctor, like full on scrubs, and a nurse, like all just sitting at a table at a burlesque show.
This is better. So they're trying to save the patient, and he says he reaches wrist deep into his own anus, presented towards
What?
the crowd,
No.
pulls out a foam heart, puts the heart into the patient. The patient starts having sex with the nurse, and then the doctor joins.
Okay.
Apparently,
I mean-
it's like a long-running thing out there. Like you
That's a-
can, like there's waiting lists.
That's they're aristocrats.
Yeah.
The aristocrat.
So it's a thing all you peoples can do out there. if
You
you're
can
in-
go and do that. Go do that, I
I
guess.
heard-
support local art.
I got like half of an episode of TESD in not too long ago. It's the first one in a while.
Mhm.
And I just heard them talking about how they got in trouble for some kind of advertising thing.
It happens often.
Yeah.
Ads are always dropping them.
But
'cause
like
they
they're
just
at the
talk
point
shit.
where like they're actually about to change their ways.
They've been there several times
Okay.
before. This is like the third round
And I was
of
like,
that.
oh, man, I
have
gotta
to
go.
say it like legally that they're gonna do that.
They just got one of their old advertisers trending on Twitter as like an apology because of what they did.
Oh my god, that's fucking great. So check out Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Yeah, if you like Comic Book Man or the Impractical Jokers, you'll love it. If you like both, what the fuck have you been doing?
Yeah. Walt Flanagan is a national treasure.
I was having a conversation with a dude at work the other day, and I was asking him. We were talking about whitest kids you know.
W. Cook.
Yeah.
Not
And-
enough people know about that shit.
No, not enough. But we were talking about it, and we were talking about how there's the skit where the dude kills himself and then calls the cops, but he has his whole house set up like Home Alone.
Yeah.
Right. It's fucking genius. It's fucking genius. Right? Just thinking about like how horrible it would be.
I'm lonely and an asshole.
And just how great it would be like the first responders showing up and just like having to walk over a bunch of Legos and then get hit with a grandfather clock.
There's that one cop standing at the foot of the driveway, like holding his hand because he just got burnt.
Right.
And everyone's confused.
But then I realized later, like we got done talking and I was walking away, and I was in my own head and I started thinking about this though. If you really wanted to fuck with the cops, right? And be like because ACAB and all that. This is an official ACAB podcast.
What's that mean?
All cops are bastards.
Okay. I agree.
So, if you really wanted to do it, all you'd have to do is like set up some sort of like scavenger hunt, right, across a town.
Find the pieces of my body.
No. It gets way better. It gets way better.
With, like,
and I want to put this on
the
recording
legs.
because I'm not gonna do it, but I want, if somebody does do this, I want it to be on recording that this was totally something I thought of first. Because I'm pretty sure it's actually the plot of the new Joker movie. But I haven't seen the new Joker movie.
So what
and
you're doing is your rendition of the O.J. Simpson book. I didn't do it, but if I did
do it, this is how I'd do it. So, if you like, you set up a whole scavenger hunt, right? And you try and get them to go and do this. You time out the last 2 steps that it's going to take to get it all done, and then you go and attempt a murder somewhere, right? Attempt. You don't have any intention of pulling off said murder, right?
Just really want to scare someone.
Right, but get arrested for it. Make sure you're gonna get arrested for it, and that they know you're dangerous, right? You get down to the station, and the last clue basically leads them to say, like, the call's coming from inside the house, right? Like, so now you're in the police station, and you just start wigging the fuck out. Like, as soon as they're like, it says that he's in the play, you just start wigging the fuck out. The cops kill you, and then find out that this was all you're doing, right? Like, you called them to tell them that you were going to kill yourself, and that's why they were doing the whole scavenger hunt, because they're trying to figure out where this dude who might kill himself is. And then he's in the fucking police station and planned for them to kill him.
Right. I have an interesting, terrible thought that spawned from that story.
Yeah.
Suicide by cop. Is it the only appropriate time to wear blackface?
Yes. Well, no, it's never appropriate.
That's what I was thinking.
It's never appropriate.
But like, if you wanted to get it done,
You can make
it's
2 points.
It's the
with
uniform for the job, right?
You can make 2 points.
2 points? That what?
I don't know.
What's point one?
Well, that's the thing, though. Is
Well,
they'll kill
point one
you.
is that,
Cops
like,
Well,
are
no,
bad.
they'll shoot you
Okay.
thinking you're.
I was gonna say point one is that it's not a good thing that cops kill people, and that like suicide by cop is literally something you can do.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
But that's the thing,
in
though,
some
is right.
places.
These cops kill what is thought to be a young black male. You
And
really don't have to do anything beyond that in most situations.
They're gonna wash that.
And then
face.
they're going to
Say, you
wash
pull
it
that
off,
off-
and now they've killed a young white male. They're going to jail, dude.
I'm just saying,
They're
if you pull
finally-
that off,
They're
they make a
finally gonna
movie
get,
about you.
Yeah, they're finally going to get prosecuted
Mm-hmm.
because they killed a white person.
Yeah,
It's making lots of points.
but if you do it in blackface, though, does that like
Does that make you racist?
right? That's what I'm saying. Is the blackface part even
Is
necessary?
it in poor taste?
Yeah, it's in total poor taste. It is. It is. It's in very poor taste, I believe.
I think, yeah, it's in poor taste.
You have to leave some kind of manifesto so people
I think the
know.
properly open-minded people would, see it as more of a statement than anything, though.
What?
You got to do
Would
it
see what-
in like
wait.
a Speedo,
The,
though.
the blackface and the murder by cop.
In a red Speedo.
Like, oh, this guy thought he couldn't get himself suicided by cops as a white man, so he had to dress up as a black man to even get it done.
But isn't that inherently racist to say that, like?
Well, I think that's more of a...
Well, no, it's an inherent statement about the police officer.
It's an inherent statement about the racism.
But also, it's a racist statement to do. But you know what? Tell us what you think.
Why do you
out
have to
there.
be black?
Yeah, listeners of the Moron Bros. I don't.
I think I know the answer. You probably shouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, we should definitely not.
But I think
we
it's
are
an interesting.
unqualified.
I think it's an interesting.
We are
conversation.
unqualified to have the conversation. I don't even know.
Does it really depend more on the intention?
It's always the intention.
It's always the intention, but even then, the intention really doesn't matter. Like, it's at a certain point, like, it is just wrong to do, right? Like, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
It's a thing you're not supposed to do. We've all kind of agreed on that.
Don't make people
I wouldn't say
kill you.
all.
Well, no, I mean, like...
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't do blackface, but I think that...
Okay, hold
The
on.
only way
Can we just acknowledge that CJ started a sentence with, I mean, it's wrong to do blackface, but... like...
I think that in that context, that there's a way to do it.
What if you get a
Do it
woke
right.
cop and he doesn't put you down?
Right. What if they know that you're like...
Then you're the asshole.
Yeah, they know you're the white dude doing blackface because you're trying to get killed, and then, like, they just arrest you.
No, I'm saying, like, he's just, like, cool.
I'd say
with
that's like
everybody, you know?
like the percentage of that happening.
Oh, yeah, you get the woke cop that's like, I'm not going to kill him because I'm woke. And,
Everyone
like,
deserves to
yeah,
live.
everybody deserves... not all cops are bastards.
All lives matter.
Yeah, thin blue line and shit, and he just puts you in handcuffs, and then you're the asshole that got arrested.
I think
in
that
and then like you got those fucking, and then we're doing your mugshot, and we're like,
Yeah.
Then you're going to have to Epstein
there's
yourself
a high
in jail.
statistical inevitability of that.
yeah,
Go to Boston. Don't have to worry about that becoming an issue at all.
yeah. Nobody gives a fuck in Boston.
They might get you before you can get them.
Yeah.
They're all like, oh, he got a blackface picture too.
Man. So don't.
Who doesn't have a blackface
basically,
mugshot? It's
long
Boston.
Long story short here, don't put on blackface unless you're gonna kill yourself, you piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck yourself if you're gonna do it.
See, we
Full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle. We got a Planned Parenthood sticker.
Yeah, we came out.
We're
We came out on top on
Yeah,
that one.
we're on top. We're on top at the Moron Bros Show here at RealPunkRadio.com.
Got a little
First half
squirrely
of
there
Moronic.
Yeah, this is the first half of Moronic. We're entering into the second half of the Moronic Tuesday morning show here at RealPunkRadio.com. We're going to be doing our number one
Figure
episodes.
green screen out fast. Can't figure out the fucking coms though.
Yeah. Number one NoFX albums of all time.
Yeah.
We're doing them. I think we're just going to do them now.
Want to talk about it now, and then it's going to be a NoFX Boner Jam show for sure. We're going to hit Montana. We might veer off for our songs for the week. We might just all pick one, do a 3-set. But otherwise, it's going to be a lot of NoFX. Man, I was really hoping 7 Inch of the Month Club was going to come in the mail today.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That'd have been perfect. My number one is what I think is musically NoFX's greatest endeavor.
Okay.
I think it was the start of something that kept building, and then very quickly just crashed and crumbled. And that's Coaster.
Coaster. Okay, hell yeah. You know what? I think you had said that before, like when we first started, that like Coaster was your number one.
I'm pretty open about how I think Coaster is the best.
Dude,
NoFX album.
it's a fucking ripping.
Like
album.
Ribbed is my favorite NoFX album in the heart of hearts.
For me too. Coaster was like that album that was like when I had just moved out of my parents' house. We were living in the Hammond house, and like I just remember fucking listening to it over and over and over again. Like it was
such a good album.
Such a good fucking
It
album.
just kicks off with fucking Hefe ripping it.
And that was the summer that we went and saw them in Indianapolis at Warped Tour.
That was the summer that I passed out in my dress and wig on that very fat man.
You never dropped though. You stood up.
Yeah, you stayed up.
My whole body.
And you're just
dropped.
like
I was literally laying on that dude. Like that dude was holding me up.
He's wearing a
He didn't
dress
notice anything
and a
happening.
powdered
No,
wig.
he was way too fat to
he was
realize I
wearing a
even
dress.
because the vomit that I vomited all over him was just liquid anyway, and he was so fat and sweaty.
It was like a
he
didn't even
four-roper
know.
too.
Yeah, it was not.
You had a chance to stand there and take it in and realize, ugh, that's fucked up.
And then I fucking went into the memory foam that was his back.
Wearing a dress
And a
and
Maria.
a powdered wig. Like, holy shit, man.
That picture is on my Facebook. We could use that for the post, the Instagram post.
The one with you
The
and
taco?
The taco.
The
Yeah,
taco.
that was such a great
I
picture.
think that was like the first thing we did upon entering.
It was such a good picture that I had to get it off of a flip phone onto a computer.
Such a great fucking picture.
Can't lose that.
CJ with a fucking taco.
And it's looking at my boobies. That was it was
Such a
Warped
great one.
Tour.
You scared the dude in Streetlight Manifesto. We've talked
I
about
scared
that plenty
him,
of
yeah.
times.
I led the conga line.
First,
Through-
less than Jake
less
through the
than-
VIP
as soon as we
area.
got there,
Flipped
opening
a table.
show.
I flipped a table.
Yeah, we flipped tables. We just fucked up the VIP section. It was awesome.
Nobody was in there.
I
We just
know.
fucked it all up. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning. Somebody had to clean that up. Feel bad. Anyway.
I just remember because I was in front. I remember the guy.
Yeah, dude, the guy that like stood there to try to stop everybody.
Well, no, less than Jake seen my wig. They're like fucking conga line through the VIP section, pointed at me. The guy next to me like took a slow sidestep to get out of the situation, and I was like, "You're not going anywhere." And I fucking pulled him in, and then there was the one security guard at the open at the VIP section that like held it for a second. And we just kept moving, and then was just like, "Fuck this!" And just stepped to the side.
Dude, I just remember he had his arms spread, and he's just looking at us, and he's just like, no, and we're just like coming forward. He was out of the way.
Sidestep that shit.
And we skanked through it. It was a good fucking time. So, number 1, Coaster.
Yeah, Coaster.
That was probably some of the first shows that they opened with We Called It America. They open it up every time now with We Call It America.
It was before they got sad. They were getting sad,
They were getting sad.
but
like,
you didn't really see it quite so much.
Yeah.
but they did, like, see, that was the thing, though. In Coaster, they do My Orphan Year, but, like, as a full band. And it's actually, like, more upbeat, and it's actually, not upbeat as in, like,
I'm a drug addicted. I'm an alcoholic.
Right, yeah.
But it's kind of like in a positive twist.
Is it I
He's still
Got Too
happy
Jealous
about it.
again? No, that's on Self-Entitled.
Yeah.
I wanted that song to be better than what it was.
Yeah.
I think that song's amazing. I love the sag of those two songs. They're almost as solid as Liza and Luis back to back.
I disagree, but I didn't pick Coaster for my number 1.
Yeah. So what did you pick for your number 1, Flash?
I got the Punk in Drublic.
Punk in Drublic. Many would agree with you.
I like me some older NoFX.
Yeah. And I think if you're looking at, like, pre-2000s NoFX, I would say I would agree with you 100% that is,
I
like,
think
the...
Linoleum's the first track on it, and that's the cincher for me. It's also got Dying Decree, which is another, like, ripping song.
It's non-stop. Rico at the end.
Yeah, Rico at the end. You always forget about Rico,
You get the
too.
bonus track. How did the cat...
It's a fucking great album. That was one of the ones where it was like I found it more or less because there were so many songs on it that I liked, and then I found out that they were all on the same album because it was like whenever like the downloading.
I liked
stuff,
NoFX
like,
when
it
they
was-
were 24.
I had
Yeah.
that one on CD. So it was all about that one. That and Heavy Petting Zoo. For my 10 and 11. I believe.
My number 1 is Wolves in Wolves Clothing.
All right.
Yeah, Wolves in Wolves Clothing. Only because it was like the first album of theirs that I had, and actually that I stole from Justin, and like I just had it in my
That's
car.
where I got my
forever.
Heavy Petting Zoo and Pumpkin Trouble.
That's where you get them. You get them from Justin because Justin buys it, and then you steal it. So then
He just leaves it at your house.
yeah, that's actually more truthful than what actually happens. But yeah, I just remember having that album, and it was like when we were jamming at Pat's. It was like when I got it from him because he like left it in my mom's van. We had it in the CD player, and I was like, okay, well, this is mine now. And
All the kids bop.
the Kids Bop.
There's a lot of kids bop in Keegan's mom's van.
But also, you know, when you kind of look at it, like I said, Wolves in Wolves Clothing was just, it was the setup for Coaster. It was what would like kind of define what they were in the 2000s. It was a great fucking album. I love that album so much. And it's like, it's goofy. There's like the joke around songs on there, but then there's also like the really good musical.
Yeah. It was that Rock
musically
Against
solid.
Bush era.
Yeah. Well, it was like post Rock Against the Bush era. There was still like the political songs in there, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like the Marxist Bros is in there.
The Man I Killed.
Yeah, the
Cool and
Man I
Unusual
Killed.
Punishment.
God, the Man I Killed. I love
Getting
that.
High on the Down. Cool and Unusual Punishment.
Yeah.
Cool and
That
Unusual
song.
Punishment.
The downloads on there.
60%.
60%
reprise.
Come on, guys. That wasn't easy.
But that's the better of the two versions. Doornails is on there. It's a sad.
Oh, You Will Lose Faith.
Good song. Yeah.
This is the song I found my atheism to. You Will Lose Faith.
I found my atheism to Exodus's Tempo of the Damned.
To be honest, you were a huge catalyst to my atheism, right? Because I was like listening to NoFX and I heard the song like You Will Lose Faith, and I was like, oh, it's not crazy to think that God doesn't exist. And then like you walked around everywhere we went and just were like saying Jesus kills kittens and writing
well, I
like
spent my whole life, pretty heavily
putting like
God's
666 on everything.
beat into me. So as soon as I realized he didn't exist, I was like, oh my God, people need to know about this.
Right, and then you told
People
me, and
are
I was like,
wasting
oh
their
my God.
lives.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I need to, fucking fuck all of that noise. So, yeah, I always look at that song as being very influential on me. So, yeah.
A lot of good.
Wolves in Wolves Clothing is
I'm really
my number
hoping,
one NoFX
I'm really
album.
hoping on the new NoFX album we get no God song on Butt Ditch Effort.
Yeah, there wasn't.
That's an important part of a NoFX album.
It is a very important
How
part.
am I-
You need an
how am I
anti-religion
supposed to-
song. You need at
Am I
least one
supposed to
anti-religion
keep my
song.
Facebook messaging with family members fresh if I don't have a new NoFX anti-God
Right,
song?
or at least one that's a satirical religious song, right? Like
Yeah.
72 Hookers,
Xmas has been X.
X-Men
Pod-
has been X.
That's
Gods
just
and
I love
Gods.
the
Gods and
concept.
Gods.
I love the concept of a
There needs to be a
scientists
political
proving Jesus
song,
didn't exist, and
A religion song,
A poop song.
yeah, like a joke around, like a funny, goofy song, which could also be one of those other two songs.
Yeah.
But if it's good enough, like
well, that was like what was it? Not Coasters. It's self-entitled it's Coaster has Best God in Show.
Yeah.
And another good one on it.
Best God in Show and
Blasphemy,
Yeah,
Blast for you.
which is a fucking amazing.
that's a great
song.
one. I actually believe that John knows Best God in Show. He plays that one all the time.
He's a jukebox.
I got that on my Rocksmith.
He's like, I gotta learn it. I just gotta do it.
Yeah. So I'm at this point. I always get into jamming with people, and I put in a lot of home practice, and
No one ever learns the songs.
and I'm like, why did I do all that?
Dude, there's a taco eating contest today.
Oh, we've seen turtle racing competitions in Cali.
Yeah,
No shit.
turtle race.
I was thinking
We
about
didn't
it though.
see the
Those
actual
taco
race
eating
go down, but
we
we
should
should
we should totally like start keeping track of like what these competitive eating contests where and when these competitive eating
Okay.
contests are and start really fucking.
We should become the Joe Rogan of competitive eating.
Dude, yeah. We could probably make some money doing that, just doing competitive eating.
Yeah.
Like literally just from the competition.
Have you seen that deep
Wieners
fake
and
where they
words.
put the podcast people on wrestlers?
What?
The deep fake where they put podcast people on wrestlers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my God! With Theo Von's the Macho Man, and Joe Rogan's the fucking animal. That shit's fucking great. I just seen it the other day. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I now see the purpose of deep fake technology.
Dude, yeah.
It's not just for porn.
Yeah. But porn is where it starts.
It's where it all starts.
It's where it all
It's where it
starts.
all starts.
It's gonna get really good in porn, and
why
then
we
it'll
got
get good
Blu-ray.
everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next thing you know, there's a whole Star Wars movie with body doubles. It's insane. Do
you want to be Luke?
Speaking of people who are completely deep and fake,
Impeachment time?
The impeachment.
Impeachment?
has been taking place. I don't know if anybody has kept track of this. There is a YouTube channel called The Legal Eagle who like breaks down all of this shit really fucking well. If you're looking for any information on the impeachment, you want to know deeper shit about it
Break
rather
down
than
some
just
of these
what
CBD nugs?
other than just what these couple morons are talking
yeah.
about. Definitely look into The Legal Eagle. He breaks it all down. But yeah, it seems that our president withheld money from the Ukrainian government that was designated to them from Congress.
Okay.
And was basically doing it in order to receive
No, I'm gonna
information
I have a
on
hot take here.
Joe Biden. Yeah.
I don't want Trump to get impeached
Why?
because I don't want Pence.
Pence will be president for 6 months, and then he becomes the incumbent. He becomes the incumbent, then has to run against whoever the Democrats put up against. And if the Democrats can't beat Mike Pence in a general election, a dude who calls his wife mommy or mother or whatever.
So, I mean,
Yeah, like I mean, Reagan called. No, yeah, it was Reagan who called Nancy, called her mommy.
lots of people.
He calls his wife
it's an
mother.
Old people thing.
That's fucking gross,
It's
dude.
weird, but it's an old people thing. That's when couples hit the point where they just raise kids together and they don't have sex anymore. They probably have separate bedrooms.
Yeah, they sleep with a nightstand in between them and shit. Fuck, dude.
No, separate bedrooms because she don't want to deal with that snoring anymore.
Oh my god, there was a
we ain't fucking. You get the fuck out of here because I'm tired of hearing you.
There was a meme that was like they need to make a dating site called OK Boomer where kids just marry the first person they hold hands with and then never go to therapy. I was like, that's fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, I'd rather just deal with Trump for 6 more months.
No, dude, because he might win. Like, that's the problem. Like, he could win if we could just get the fuck rid of him because he's a goddamn criminal. Like, it's way better. Way better. And then, like, what they're basically doing right now is they're making... even if Trump doesn't get... even if Trump doesn't get tossed out of office, what it makes the Republicans do is basically say, you know... He was impeached by Congress, right? But all the Republicans in the Senate have to say, you know, we're choosing our party and our president over the country and its laws, right? So then they have to go into re-election with that being the case. Like, they just did that. Like, so whoever runs against them now has a platform. So we can take the Senate back and then then just go after him for something else that he's gonna fucking do because he's a fucking criminal.
Well, in my opinion,
and then actually have him tossed out and probably put in prison.
In my opinion, it's just whatever powers be think which party is gonna placate to them more is who they're gonna put in office because your vote doesn't matter.
Well, absolutely, and that's another thing too is that if they do this, they can disenfranchise Bernie again and then
put up
whoever they want.
The thing about Pence
to face Pence
is Pence will bend over and take the check and help out whatever. Like, Indiana's in the state it is because of his relations with the Christian church and Big Pharma.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could get reelected.
I don't think he could.
I think he could, and I think that's scary.
Because you have to win a general election, dude. You have to still win the people on the coast, and you have to win in those other states. And think about this: he would have to muster a campaign with like 4 to 5 months left in the campaign season. And that's to say that Donald Trump wouldn't just completely like drag it out and make it into essentially like a criminal action, like actually having to take force to be removed, and what that does to a political campaign for a Republican.
Yeah,
like I
don't want any option where Pence is the option.
He's not an option. Even if he is an option, he's not an option. Like
dude.
I don't think.
Dude, scares me worse than Dick Cheney.
Really? Dude.
He's that affiliated with the Christian church and Big Pharma.
Yeah.
He's a dangerous individual.
Well, he's a dangerous individual. I mean, all of them are. I mean, really, if you think about all of American politics, all of American politicians are very dangerous people. All you have to do is kind of push them in one direction or another, and they fucking...
I mean, one good punch to the chest, and you could kill Bernie. Yeah. He's not that dangerous.
No, not at all. And that's why we need to elect Bernie Sanders. He's not going to do anything that's going to get him punched.
Yeah.
He can't.
Does this lead us into our we got about, let's do Guess the Crimings. We're about 43 minutes in Moronic Mornings.
Oh shit. Yeah, we are about 3/4 of the way through here at realpunkradio.com, first part of Moronic Tuesdays.
Explain Guess the Criming while I look for a crazy.
Yeah, each week we look at mugshots and try to guess what these people did based on their mugshot alone. We're pretty good at it.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. We got... What do we... Who does this guy look like? What does this guy look like? Looks like a pirate.
He's a ginger.
Looks like Captain Morgan.
He's a freckly ginger.
Looks like Captain O'Morgan.
He looks stoned.
Yeah.
But also looks like he might be molesting children.
Looks like he just took a bath in Captain Morgan.
But we're not in South Dakota, so there's a chance he's not molesting children.
Yeah, there's a good chance he's not molesting kids. We put you know what though? What I think is really interesting is when we do these, and then we find people that I've like read articles about.
Yeah,
those are the fun ones. God, this is the most. He's so white.
I'm gonna give him the OWI.
I think he's just a regular old OWI white dude.
Well, blowing a blunt.
What do we got?
Battery.
Okay, well, no.
He looks pretty stoned for battery.
Yeah, no, he just won that fight.
Yeah, I think I was going to say he won.
By a lot.
It was against this guy.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I know this person.
Nice. So his forehead and his face are the same size.
Yeah. And so are his ears.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, like, what does that dude's skull look like, right? Like, what would that dude's skull be built like?
Like if you chopped his head off and left it in the desert in the
okay,
Middle East.
so we don't need to, like, really get into that, but yeah.
And left
like,
it in the desert in the Middle East, and
how
then, like,
we
in
would
10
be
years,
viewing his skull.
10 years, somebody
I'm
found his
saying,
skull.
like, if
how Neanderthal would they
future-
think he actually is
right,
until
if
they
in the
carbon
future
dated
they
it?
found this guy's body in a coffin in a grave that was marked a substantial amount of time that nobody actually killed him. We don't have to do the head cutting thing, CJ.
Let's try to
So they find his tomb,
accelerate the process.
and they're just like, "What the fuck happened to this guy?" And they look,
tomb.
and they're like,
That's very fancy for a guy like this. He had his own tomb.
"Yeah, of
He had
course."
his own fucking group of slaves build him a pyramid and shit.
I mean, does this guy not look like he owns slaves?
I mean, he's for it.
He would. No, he's not foreign.
No, he's for it.
Oh, for it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, big old fucking finger here, some CBD.
If he,
It's like I feel like I'm one of those girls in porns now. I just compare the joint to my finger.
kind of looks like a hillbilly Muppet.
Yeah,
like the Muppet of a hillbilly.
but he also looks a little bit like Jimmy Pop from the Bloodhound Gang.
in the monkey suit
Yeah,
with the ears. Okay, so what did this guy do though? His eyes look pretty clear for somebody
he
who
looks smug. He's got a smug.
Right. I'm gonna say resisting arrest, failure to comply, or something like that. Like so they pulled him over and they're like, "Step out of the car," and he's like, "No," and then they just fucking dragged him out.
I'd say this guy beat up his wheelchair mom, but he's real proud of it.
Yeah.
I think he finally got back at that bitch ex-wife.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever that means.
Battery.
Yeah,
Got back
I
at that
win.
bitch. That's right.
Yup.
Yeah. Nope. I was thinking battery too, but I was like, "There's no way it happened."
Oh,
That
yeah.
guy. It was that guy. It was definitely.
Well, we're
this
definitely
guy.
doing this guy. We're definitely
It's the
guessing the
tiniest
AG because they
mouth.
got AGs as well.
Oh my god! Yeah, this guy got
his
in
head born
public
that shape?
intoxication
Or did
or
they beat it into him?
or like drunken
Is it
disorderly.
illegal to have a stroke behind the wheel?
I'm gonna say drunken disorderly.
Drunken disorder?
Yeah, this toe looking motherfucker. He looks like a henchman in a bad guy. He's like the bad guy in like a movie, but he's not the main bad guy.
Yeah, like in a James Bond film.
Not even a Bond film though. Like if you were like Agent Cody Banks, you ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Like he's one of the henchmen in Agent Cody Banks. Like too on the nose. Like they were like, we need a henchman, and central casting was just like, let's call one of those 90 dudes that we know who look like that, and it was this guy.
What would you say? Frankie Muniz just beat his ass.
We'll give you $50K to let Frankie Muniz kick your ass.
Joey Chestnuts would do it.
Dude, he would like honestly, yeah, because if that's what he'd do for 10 minutes, $50K for like 2 days, I bet he'd do it.
Duh, bring me mucus.
I'd let Frankie Muniz kick me in the dick right now for 10K.
Do you know how much trouble that would get me out of?
Tweet Frankie Muniz. Tweet at Frankie Muniz.
At Frankie Muniz.
I'll do it for 5K if I can film it and put that "life is not fair" afterwards.
Yeah. For 15 grand, I'll let him and Dewey do it.
That kid's a grown man now.
I know.
It's not a little kid.
The future is now.
But you know what you have to do though?
Well, we all
It's
know
like
what-
when he shows up
We
as
all
a
know
grown
that
man.
full-grown Dewey is just Joe Dirt.
When he shows up as a grown man, you have to act like really upset that he's not the little kid from fucking Malcolm in the Middle.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? You're big now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I didn't agree to this.
Who's
it's
this
gonna
guy?
cost you an extra 5 grand.
Yeah,
But
who the fuck is this guy?
Don't look down to me like that.
it's just me assuming that they'd be willing to pay.
Oh, so what did this guy do?
That's a battery.
He had his own distillery in the garage.
I'm saying drunken
Making his
disorderly.
own potato vodka.
It looks like he's already in jail.
Oh, we found
OWI.
Jesse Agee, but it's too late.
Well, he was definitely not. Well, he might be then.
Yeah, he looks 42.
He was drunk as shit. They beat the fuck out of him, huh?
This guy's tickling buttholes.
Yep, I'm going with Chomo on this one.
Yeah.
Chomo. It comes up that much.
When you're in the Dakotas, yeah.
Yeah, the Dakotas were real bad.
You need to work that into a T-shirt.
The Dakotas were real bad. Hashtag
Dakotas.
Chomo.
Dakotas. Chomo AF.
Yeah, Chomo AF. Hashtag Dakotas. Oh my god.
Well, we covered.
Dude, no, a picture of the fucking Mount Rushmore, and underneath
Just a bunch of Chomo.
hashtag Chomo.
Just a bunch of famous Chomos on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is.
Oh, yeah, I'm going with Chomo.
You're going with Chomo. Okay, yeah, we get it. I'm gonna say theft. See that raised eyebrow? That makes me think this guy's just like.
He smells what the Rock is cooking.
Right, yeah, what do you guys think you got me on, right? Like, I'm gonna get out of this.
Nah, that's his lady eyebrow. His pimp hand strong.
He got arrested by a lady cop, you think, then?
Oh, yeah. He slapped that ass.
Okay. So what did he do?
I mean, I think I
Aside
chose
from assaulting
Chomo
an officer?
first.
You said butthole tickler.
Well, yeah.
You didn't specify whose butthole.
No, you get into grown buttholes. You tickle young ones.
All right.
No, I'm going sexual assault.
Okay.
He's slapping booties.
OWI.
Looking good for 66.
Drinkers.
Yeah.
Especially drinking
All right.
that much.
Oh,
I was gonna say
my
let's look for
God.
one more crazy, but we found him.
So we found the drummer from Green Day's dad. So this guy.
I was going to say bass
exists.
player for Sugar Ray.
if Smelly didn't quit heroin.
Yes, absolutely.
No, that's Reese from Malcolm, all grown up.
It's the dude. Yeah, that's, if he doesn't look like that already, he's gonna.
CBD marijuana. If you can't get anything else, get it.
So he looks buzzed as fuck.
He's popped.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's so possession of narcotics. I think
I think some sort of illegal fishing.
he looks like he hangs out with people
Magnet
that are
fishing?
10 years younger
Like
than him.
magnet fishing, where he's just pulling old rusty metal out of a fucking creek.
Nah, like he hangs out on the docks too much.
All like fishing for his meal, because
I don't know. He's stealing fish from people.
you gotta remember this is Lake County. This is our area of Indiana.
Yeah, there's lakes. That's why it's so absurd. How'd you get into that kind of trouble? Fish crime?
How'd you get into maritime law?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. He looks like he should be from Florida.
He looks like he definitely snorts a lot of cocaine.
dude, fuck! I didn't even notice that till you just said it, but now I can't unsee it. Yeah,
Yeah,
one
he-
of his nostrils.
he
is
has-
definitely larger.
He has no septum left at all.
This guy. I hear that, brother.
He does that thing with the cup you showed me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say aggravated assault.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's possession of narcotics.
Fish crime.
Fish crimes. Okay.
Habitual
traffic offender. Okay, well that.
He's rolling them stop signs.
Oh, this guy just fucking
All right.
drives like a dickhead.
That was Guess the Crimey.
Let's guess the crime. You can actually go and watch us look at the mugshots if you check us out on YouTube. At Moronic Mornings, I think if you're looking for us on YouTube, go check us out there.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
I think Archie gave us what he specifically called a like and subscribe.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Thank you,
Shout
sir.
out to Archie. YouTube, that's probably how you're getting your morning shows right now.
Yeah.
I think, in fact, I got a message for him on Dolo in the phone right now. I haven't read yet. We'll get to that in the radio shows. We got, about 5 minutes left here in Moronic Mornings. We're in Montana for Do America.
Yeah. We got some music sent to us by Rourke.
Yeah, Rourke sent us a compilation for Montana. It's going to make our lives a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
If we learn anything across Do America, a good compilation.
A good comp will fucking do
Make
a lot
more
for
comps
you.
for your scene.
Make more comps.
Um,
If you're listening to this
Comp me.
from wherever you are, make a comp for your local scene, because it makes like just people finding you easier.
Yeah.
Because those comps tend to cover more ground than just a single band.
There's like a good comp anyway,
with-
because in any comp, yeah, more some people are gonna buy.
It's just boom hour out.
It's just
It's the CBD, bro.
it's just it puts
Some
your,
people are gonna buy a comp for one band, and then they're gonna end up finding like 12 other
Yeah,
fucking
well,
good
'cause it
bands,
puts-
and
it
like
puts-
4 other really shitty bands.
it puts your local scene on shuffle, right? Like you just kind of throw that on, and you're like, okay, let's check out what's going on in this area, and you can find some really good shit. I think we found so much good shit on comps throughout this, and I believe that our next episode is probably just going to be a recap of our Do America. So make sure to listen
Boner
next
Jam.
week, because in the morning show, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just go through our old notebooks and all the notebooks that we have, and we'll look for bands that we found on Do America. See what we can think of to put for the radio show. Because technically, that's what we're supposed to be doing in the morning show, right? Like we've said that multiple times. That
It's
we're
like
trying
the
to
cold
think of
opening
music.
to the radio show, because the radio show happens right after this for us. For you,
Right.
there's a long distance between the cold opening and
There's like 8 hours,
Yeah.
but not for us. It's like 8 minutes.
yeah.
Speaking of which, I think there's going to be a fight on here in about a half hour. So
Yeah. So we'll be
we'll be watching fights
Yeah.
for the radio show. It'll be fun.
Instagram at Moron Bros Radio, Facebook The Moron Bros Show. Send us a picture of your poop. We will guess what you ate.
For our international listeners, if you can send us a way to mail you some stickers, that would be fucking awesome. So if you're listening to this and you're an international listener, send us some way to do that, because we have very few stickers left, but I want to make sure to get some to you guys. For just big thank you for supporting the show.
Fiverr and update everything, and then get some.
Yeah, well, we're gonna. I mean, we'll be having a new line of stickers, but just to get rid of these ones, and also because
I'm
we
gonna do a
want
lot of
to
research. I want to get the ones that are real hard to tear off.
show appreciation. Yeah, we definitely want to at least get them something for checking us out. It's the first little bit of merch that we have, so
Yeah.
Stick it.
Especially. If you
and this
send us
is
a
also
picture of
another
your
way for
poo,
us to
yeah.
know if they've listened all the way to the end.
That's true.
Because I don't think they do. I
Who
wouldn't.
knows? Who knows?
This is a good episode. We talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a lot of NoFX in the radio show this evening, because it is the wrap up of our top 10 NoFX albums. I believe Mike Justin will be joining us
Okay.
for the radio show. He hit me up a little while ago.
So really, that'll be 4 number ones that we'll all have to pick off of. That'll probably fill out the show
Oh,
itself.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We're gonna have a whole bunch of fun.
I want to talk about real fast. We got like 2 minutes. Hub City Stompers got a new album coming out in a couple weeks. Where
Fuck
they're
yeah, we
re-recording
just
a
saw
bunch
that.
of their classic stuff. And Memphis Gothleys just put out 4 new songs.
Yeah, and they're playing in the Midwest right
They
now
just
too.
played
So if you're
Indianapolis
listening,
last night, I believe.
yeah, if you're listening in the Midwest, I know Dissonance and Dissent was playing with them on
Yeah.
that show, I believe, at the Melody Inn.
They were, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely keep your eye out. Metascothleys is around.
Yeah.
Make sure to keep your ear to the ground so you can
Do
hear
not
Buffalo
fucking miss
coming.
That. Yeah.
I don't know if that's problematic. Probably.
I don't know. It's something that actually happened.
Right, as a way of tracking.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
You're listening to the Moron Bros Show. This is the first half of Moronic Tuesdays. We are here every single Tuesday talking about dumb shit and being a PC nightmare. I'm Keegan,
I'm CJ.
I was Flash.
and you've been listening to the Moronic Mornings Show. Make sure to tune in later tonight at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern for the Moron Bros Radio Show. Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
.com.